Once upon a time, in Windy City, there lived a boy called Nifty Nipper. At the sports carnival, he always won because he was the fastest and simply the best athlete that ever came out of Windy City. For 5 years of age, he was already running marathon races with adults, and by the time he was 7, he was competing in international events. His fame was spreading over the entire planet. At 10 years of age, Nifty Nipper had the speed, incredibly fast. He was more than fast, he was speed itself. There was no competition left for him to defeat. There were no races he could enter. He was so fast that at night, when he turned off his bedroom light, he was in bed before it was dark. Nifty even ran in his dreams, and each morning after rushing his breakfast down, he raced off to school. Nifty ran past everywhere. He ran through town, past police cars, through the traffic on the streets. He was like a rocket through town, leaving nothing but the dust swirling and the backwash behind him. He was so fast that he never had time to listen to anyone. In the end, no one had time for him, as his speed began to frighten people. One evening, the town declared a meeting to be held, and it was ordered that Nifty had to slow down or leave the town. Nifty was sad, and he tried hard not to run around, but it was painful for him. Nifty was having problems with the new restrictions placed upon him. At first he just sat down and didn't move, but that was boring. Then he did a daily routine of harnessing the gift, went to church in the morning to help old people speed up their paths, then he even tried painting for a while, but nothing seemed to work. His feet were itching to run. All that was left for Nifty to do was chase after the trains along the outskirts of the town, and to run with the horses in the fields. He found other places where he wasn't any trouble, and was restricted to running around the countryside. And one morning, as he was racing up to the top of Windy Peak, he looked down at the town below, and he caught sight of a small tornado. So surprised by the damage and devastation, Nifty raced down into the town. As he made his way through the streets, he could hear the sound of the wild wind. Nifty stopped and stood in the square by the town clock and waited. The wind dropped. People looked out from their windows and doors. Then, in that very moment, an angry voice bellowed out, "I will blow through the Windy City like never before. I will rip off every door from its hinge. I will pull down the flagpoles and tear off the rooftops until nothing is left. I am the wild wind. Nothing can stand before me." Nifty was not afraid, and he spoke. "Yeah, wild wind, yeah, you might be, but there's nothing as fast as me, see? I'm Nifty Nipper. Speed is what I am." The wind laughed and scoffed out in a loud whistle. "Silly boy, I am the wild wind. Nifty, there is nothing as fast as me." The wind was furious and challenged Nifty to a race. Nifty said, "Yeah, okay, I'll race you to the one condition. If I win, you have to leave and never return. But if I lose, then, of course, same for you. You will be the winner, and I have to leave, right? And you can destroy the town if you have the puff enough to do it." "You're on," said the wild, howling wind. People came running out from their houses and stood on the sidewalks, cheering. The grocery man said, "How do we measure the speed and the winner?" Another in the crowd said, "Yeah, after all, the wind is invisible, right?" Nifty was thinking for a second, and he said, "Yeah, well, that's easy, you know. What you have to do is put a piece of paper at my feet. Now, the wind, you have to blow this paper to the school gate at the bottom of town. But if I get there before you, then it shall be deemed that I'm the winner, right? Is that okay with you, Mr. Wind?" Let's do it, screamed the wind. So Nifty pulled out a piece of chewing gum from his mouth that he had been chewing, and he placed it underneath the paper that was brought by the grocer. Put the paper at his feet, and he asked one of the people in the crowd to count to 3. "Ready when you are," said the wind. 1, 2, 3, go! Nifty raced off like a bullet from the barrel of a gun, and the wind blew and blew the paper on the ground. The wind raised up in fury, but all of its strength could hardly flutter the paper an inch. The wind had not known that the paper was stuck to the ground by the chewing gum. So when Nifty got to the school gate, he was declared the winner. "Yeah, I told you I was fast, so now you're going to have to leave us alone," said Nifty to the wind. And the wind rose up like a pillar, swirling and twisting and turning, and threw itself into the clouds. And to this day, the wind has never returned to Windy City. From that day on, Nifty was welcome to run anywhere he wanted to. Nifty lived a long life, and in time he slowed down with old age. The people of Windy City erected a gold memorial statue to the boy with wings at his feet, and to honor him there was a message on the statue that read, "The boy who caught the wind." And that's the end of the story.